And we are back. Oh my goodness. Schedules get so crazy. So crazy. Well, I appreciate everyone's patience. We were on our vacation up in Monterey for a family reunion. And for some reason, I'd gotten the Sundays crisscrossed. So we're together this Sunday, and we should be together next Sunday as well to get us back on track. And with any luck, Brian will eventually show up, but we're going to go ahead and get started without him. Where we last left off, picking up immediately from the cliffhanger, the party followed Gartham into the macabre interior of the creeping hut. Inside, they found the disturbing collections, a trapped chest, and a terrifying illusion of a broken-toothed child playing in a crib. The mystery of the hut's power was solved when Zoof crashed his leg through the rotted floorboards, discovering a glowing green gem hidden beneath the floor. The paladin violently ripped the gem free, instantly draining the hut's magic and sending the massive structure crashing into the mud. After breaking open the hag's trapped chest, the heroes recovered a bounty of gold, gems, and powerful spell scrolls, along with an animated, severed, crawling hand that Ludolf playfully adopted as a pet. Seeking a dark lightning storm brewing nearby, the party pressed forward towards Yester Hill. Braving the fog and painful random lightning strikes, they eventually reached a ring of black boulders. Scouting ahead through Nocturne's eyes, they witnessed a horrifying ritual. Corrupted, spore-covered druids were channeling lightning into a massive wooden effigy of Strahd to animate a terrible creature into existence, utilizing the final stolen winery gem embedded in the creature's chest. The heroes immediately launched a desperate ambush to break the ceremony. Lucian masterfully controlled the battlefield using his cosmic ride and hypnotic pattern to incapacitate multiple chanting druids. Embodying his raging hybrid form, Ludolf pinned a druid and brutally shoved him directly into a blazing lightning strike, while Zoof relentlessly tackled enemies to the ground, crushing them with his holy radiant fury, while Gartham provided vital Eldritch Blast for cover. The tide officially turned when Lucian's changeling familiar Lucinda scaled the wooden effigy, successfully pried the gem loose, instantly stopping the dark ritual and turning the statue to ash. Though battered, and with Lucian briefly knocked unconscious by a lightning bolt, the party emerged victorious. After a short rest, they mounted Zoof's summoned mastodon, Brutus, and rode to an abandoned druidic village, tearing down a stone statue of Strahd in the ruins. The heroes finally began their long journey back through the night to restore the Wizard of Wines. And then we should have all leveled up, correct? We should all be level 7 now. And Neil, you were able to sort out your spell book?
Yeah, I've got a few new spells in there as I leveled up. Are we also at full hit point then as we level up?
Well, we took a short rest,
okay.
So you're always free to use any hit die, but unfortunately, level ups don't technically count as a long rest.
Got it.
The road back to the Wizards of Wines. It is a strange journey because behind you, you leave the wreckage of Yester Hill and the abandoned druid village. But there is something different about the atmosphere of the road as you ride in deeper into the Luna Valley, back towards where you know the winery to be. It's nighttime, but there's a change to the ominous nature of the night air. I believe you guys had decided to push through, correct? And to try to get to the Wizards of Wines first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rather than take the long rest. Everybody give me perception or survival checks for the journey.
Perception. I'll keep my
4 natural one.
I'll be smelling about so I get advantage.
Lucian isn't paying attention at all.
Lucian's having a chat with his Fae summoned.
17.
We got a 14. What'd you get there, Big Bad Ludolf?
14.
14. This part of the journey, while on your way out into the Luna Valley originally, there seemed to be a perpetual ominous feeling of decay, rot. The power of the druid felt rooted in the decay of the Luna Valley. There is a feeling that now with the destruction of the ritual circle, the final collapse of the hag, the restoration, or at least the recovery of at least 2 of the missing gems now, that this part of the Luna Valley is feeling the very beginnings of possibility. The trees seem to be a little bit less decayed since the energy and the power that they were using to drain the Luna Valley seemed to diminish after the failure of the ritual. There's even the subtle hint of insects that are swarming about. There's the hooting of an owl. Every now and then, the sounds of a deep howl off in the distance, the sound of a screeching entity kind of hearing across the echo. But these small victories feel like they're having an effect. The land itself is responding, kind of fighting back against this dense oppression that this valley has been suffering now for quite some time. Pushing through the night, everyone give me con saves to avoid exhaustion, if you would, please.
10.
10.
Dirty 20.
Zoof, go ahead and take 1 point of exhaustion. Lucian, you are fine.
I also got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Pushing through the night, the feeling of the battle still on the edge of both mind and body. You guys finally crest over the hill, down into the first bit of dawn rising from the other side of the smaller portion of the valley that the winery sits in. There, the familiar groves are spread out on either side of the great winery that sits in the center of all the groves. As the dawn rises, in the winery and in the rotted groves nearby, you can see small blighted creatures kind of fading away into the darkness, like they were coming out with the intention of possibly seeking something to eat, look for something to keep themselves going. Without the druid's magic and without the kind of like hag's constant psychic awareness throughout the valley, some of these blighted creatures now kind of wandering the rotted remains of the winery and other parts of the Luna Valley as well. But standing in front of the winery on the porch that arches out into the first series of wine groves, you can see the familiar form of Davion. He stands on that porch, his great beard and hair kind of falling down through the front, his purple and blackened attire that he's wearing. Davion at first seems concerned, but Davion Markov then recognizes the wagon as you guys begin to approach. There's a great smile on his face. The wagon pulls up in between the two wineries, the ridge road that takes you right to the front of the winery. There you can also see your other traveler that stayed behind to help Davion take care of those that were injured and wounded during the battle to free the family. And there you can see also coming out of the front porch of the winery is Ismark. The one thing that both Davion and Ismark both have in common is it would appear that both of them have rather large smiles on their faces of relief to see that the four of you have safely returned. They are a bit perplexed at the choice of mount, unsure what to do. Davion sees you guys approach. Well, I must admit, I'm not entirely sure where I can keep such a creature. Is this creature magical or physical? Where did this creature come from? I would not imagine this is a creature of the valley.
Oh no, this is my faithful steed, Brutus. Everyone hop off! Everyone hop off! And then
with that, Gartham slides off the Mastodon, the others one by one, sliding off onto the ground. Does the Mastodon poof go away, or does he hang around? What does he do?
I can dismiss him if I want, I think.
Otherwise, he could just linger, right?
Yeah, I think until I don't want him anymore. Let me see. What does Fine Steed say? Steed disappears if it drops to 0 hit points or if I die.
Yeah, so it's free to wander. Or you could dismiss it and call it back whenever you want to.
Yeah. That's right.
Ismark also kind of walks over, grabs onto Brother Zoof's hand and shakes it and pats Ludolf on the shoulder and kind of nods towards Lucian and Gartham. Well, how did your journey go? You come back alive in one piece. Did you have any luck recovering the gems for Davion?
Do I have the gems? I have the gems, right?
I think. Well, I know Lucinda had one of them, then gave it over. There was the one from the hut, and then the one from the ceremony.
You can produce them.
As the gems are pulled out,
Thank you,
both Davion and Ismark smile. Davion looks at the 2 pine cone-sized gems. Master Zoof, do you mind if I take a look at those? I want to see if the magic is still good.
Oh, by all means, by all means.
Please, my manners. A meal is prepared for you. We did not know to expect you, but my wife insisted that part of good karma is having a meal ready in case people do arrive back from journey. Please, come in. Rest yourselves. If you'd like, there's an old pumpkin patch behind the winery. Your Mastodon Brutus could wander there if he chooses to.
Go ahead, Brutus.
Like the big trunk goes up and he shakes his big woolly head, the huge horns going back and forth. And then like the whole front of the winery shudders every time he walks. He walks like right between the groves and the winery and the vineyard. You watch as the vines all shake and the trees all shake a bit. Before long, you lose sight of him as he disappears behind the winery. As you watch Ismark and Davion go into the interior of the winery, the rest of you are shuttled in as well. The smell of roast beef, potatoes, fried eggs, and bacon, big heaping kind of like slices of bread on the table. Mrs. Markov, seeing all of you come in, immediately runs over to Ludolf and hugs him, hugs Lucian. Can't really hug Zoof. She gets close enough and she's like belly hugging Zoof because he's just so big. She goes to hug Gartham, but then sees Gartham's face and just, anyways, please sit down, have a meal. She like guides all of you over to the big dining hall. Davion sits at the head of the table. Before long, the kids sit down to eat. All of you kind of sit at the table to eat. Davion looks at the 4 of you. If you're feeling up to it, could you possibly fill me in on your journey? What's transpired? How did you get these gems back? What did it entail?
We went to a house that was a chicken. And then we went to a circle of stones, and there's lightning, and there was a big wicker man who got burned, and Yeah, and then we rode back on a big old elephant.
The kids start giggling, and the mom slaps them on the hands. It's not nice. Don't make fun of people.
Indeed.
Chicken house. Never heard of such a thing. But the gems are home. You are home. I wonder if I could convince all of you to rest with us this day. Help us restore the north and south vineyards with the gems that you've brought back. And who knows, perhaps there is something I can help you with on the next step of your journey. What is the next step of your journey? What are your plans?
We plan to conquer the darkness of this land. This barren.
That kind of doesn't sound like a good plan. That sounds like an overarching scheme, less than a plan. How do you plan on doing that exactly?
With the grace of Heliod.
So, Lucian, Gartham, what are your plans from this night forward? Like listening to Ludolf, and it's like listening to the village idiot and then the village zealot. There's like Davian's got this look on his face like, I don't think they know what they're doing. That's okay. Maybe I can help.
Lucian's just uncomfortable talking with everyone. The drow just kind of mumbles out. It's exactly what happened with what Ludolf.
Oh, don't make me talk to the warlock. Those people freak me out.
I would enjoy a bit of sleep if you could arrange such things, Brother Davian. It's been a long, long night going into this day.
The Martikov family is always happy to help those that help us. And for what you've done, I would gladly open up all of our hospitality to you. This notion of what you've done puts a bit of a, well, throws a bit of a wrench into Baron's works in the valley. Do you still mean to confront the Baron directly and try to undo the dark curse of this land?
Well, indeed. What else would I be doing here? This is what Heliod has called me to do.
But to do this alone, you will become fodder for those that feed on the meat of bones. Surely you must have a plan for gaining allies, gaining the power that must be needed to do battle with the Baron.
You think too hard. Where faith should step in. I have Brother Ludolf, I have Brother Lucian, I have my allies, Heliod provides.
Well, there is an entire graveyard of those who have faith. Just humor me for a second. What if I could point you in a direction that could gain you a means of power? I don't know exactly what the power could come in the form of, but before the Luna Valley was invaded by Strahd and his evil forces, there was a man. Well, not really a man, to be honest with you. What do you know of the Order of the Silver Dragon?
Writing that in my notes.
I imagine like Brother Zoof pulls out a journal.
Sorry.
The pages.
It's a little meta on me, but I'm like,
I love it.
Probably going to need to write this down.
It's totally true.
Taking my notes. That must be an order specific to these lands, Brother Davian. You'll have and then I stand up and I pat him on the hands there. I take his hands in mine and pat them. you seem to have this view of the situation that I'm to just know and to plan and to strategize. When I say that I put my faith in Heliod, what I'm telling you is when a good soul needs to step in, Heliod provides. Here you go. Speaking of this Order of the Silver Dragon, you seem to have some suggestions and are desiring to help us. This is of what I speak. Faith, man, that others will help along the way.
Give me persuasion with advantage, because I feel like you were definitely very preachy, and that's what paladins are, in my opinion.
Persuasion. What is 16?
16. He leans back in his chair, smiling at you. As always, Helion does seem to provide, no matter what happens. Centuries ago, before the mists themselves trapped Barovia, there once lived a silver dragon who liked to take on a human form when treating with the other members of the valley, Barovia, Valaki, and the other places. He always felt that his human form was more palatable than when he would arrive in his silver dragon form. Often would spread panic amongst the people of the valley. Well, Lord Argynvostholt lived as a wealthy noble. His great estate resides on the cliff promontory known as the estate of Argynvostholt, a kind of temple and estate combined together. For many years and through many generations of the valley, with the exception of the elves of the valley, they would seek his favor and his worship and his priestly kindness to the people in the valley. However, some time ago, when the mists first showed up and Barovia began to be enshrouded in these mists, a great army of dead came into the valley, overwhelming Lord Argynvostholt and his paladin knights. The Silver Dragon Order were meant to always defend this valley from outside ill intent. In their fanatical defense of the great Argynvostholt estate, they succumbed to not only their fealty, but they also succumbed to the ruination of their failure at the same time. This estate, Argynvostholt, is now cursed. It is said that the great Silver Lord himself wanders the halls with the ghostly remnants of his paladin knights. Somewhere in the bowels of this place is, well, the origin of their story, the origin of their release, the origin of their condemnation. This fall of Argynvostholt, it did not happen right away. It was gradual at first. The valley shrouded, the valley lost in its curse, the eventual rise of the dead, and now the many, many years of suffering that came with it. But perhaps there is something in that great abbey, in that great estate, that maybe you and your friends, Brother Zoof, could acquire. And maybe this acquisition might be able to aid you and your friends. Dear, if you would, go to my study, get the map that we have. Perhaps they will find it useful. You watch as Lady Markov gets up quickly, goes into Davian's study, comes back, and then brings a map with her that she sets down on the dining room table. It appears to be a very simplistic outlined map of rather great estate and abbey, maybe even similar to what like a temple and estate combined would look like. I dropped a map for you in Discord, so you have the basic outline and look of it. There have been on occasion people just barely brave enough to go up to the promontory to seek into the ruins to see if they could find a bit of history, maybe even a bit of future as far as what to do next. I am unsure if this helps you or not, but I feel that there must be something there. I do know that the Sylvanast elves of the Savalistic Wood often frequent the location as if to search for something, but I know not why they do this. Have you ran into these elves by chance?
Seen no elves. Have we seen? Well, besides Brother Lucian here, have we seen elves? Ludolf, have we seen elves?
I ain't seen no elf.
No
elves.
Other than the drow.
Let me tell you. Let me, if I may opine for a moment, if I may dispense with a bit of wisdom, and no offense to present company, Brother Lucian, but it's probably for the best that we haven't seen many elves. They tend to be very snooty and unhelpful lot. They tend to be just offstandish, quiet and arrogant.
I can understand your hesitation.
His hand and straightening his hair.
Got a mirror impression.
Yeah, Ismark takes a moment to kind of smile at that point and just, yes, the Silach elves are, how shall we say, different. They are the elves of the wild. They are wildling elves who live and wander what is remaining of the Savage Woods. They sometimes keep encampments and move nomadically through the woods. They no longer seek the height of the trees to give them shelter as the trees rot and die over these many years. Their battles with the undead creatures of the Baron's estate have been legendary, but they keep to themselves with great purpose. Whether or not that estate, per Davian's point, is haunted with the remains of the Order of the Silver Knights, no one knows for sure. It is a great structure dedicated to the Order, and the Order itself was said to be very powerful. Powerful enough to be the last thing that fell under the boot of the Baron. If there's anything there to find, I'm not entirely sure what it would be.
Lucian casts Detect Thoughts for some deep thoughts.
Ooh, on who?
On the gentleman that's speaking.
On Ismark?
Or Davian? It's Davian who's talking, right?
Davian was speaking, but then Ismark took over and started giving his impression about the Order of the Silver Dragon.
The original speaker, not
Davian. Gotcha. A wisdom save. Ooh. That's a 18 plus 4 on the wisdom save. That's going to be a 22. You detect his surface thoughts automatically, which are one of both excitement and hope, with a bit of trepidation. With success comes fear, and with success comes hope. It is the initial vibe that you feel. But as soon as you try to penetrate deeper into his mind, there is a force of will there that prevents you from being able to do that.
okay. And why exactly would we go to this Abbey Fort? What would we gain by going there?
He looks at you. Well, I'm not entirely sure what you would gain from there. All I know is that when the temple fell, it fell brutally and quickly, almost as if perhaps Ben Strahd was eager to wipe them out as quickly as possible, eager to keep their power from being turned against him before they knew what had happened. I believe that perhaps that power still resides there. I believe that there must be something there that the Baron has always been fearful of. Whether it's the Dragon Lord himself, who some say might still be the shadow of his former self, lying or wandering the tombs of the estate. I know not, but I would imagine that any effort or any advantages that you can get and take with you to turn against the Baron would be beneficial, I think.
When he says that, I cast Detect Thoughts on Ismark. I've got a slot for that.
Ooh, I like it. That is a 5 plus 2 is a 7, so that's going to fail. As you're peering into the surface thoughts, then the deeper thoughts of Ismark. Ismark is worried about his sister. Ismark is looking to avoid any kind of direct confrontation with the Baron. He's eager to please the Martikov family. He doesn't want to offend anybody else. But you get the feeling that Ismark senses that this part of the journey could be very dangerous. And he's kind of doing his best to hold back any of his kind of emotional tells about this part of the danger. He doesn't feel treacherous or feel as if he might be a traitor in waiting, but he definitely has some fear in his mind about this next step of the journey.
So it's a sense that there's greater fear or danger than's being led on so far. He suspects something else in a way.
Yeah, it's the unknown. It's that everybody knows the story of the Order of the Dragon in variations of its telling. Davion's very fortunate because his family is the oldest family in the valley. They've been around a very long time. The map that they have is a map that was kind of written by a family member some 5 or 6 years ago as a means to understand the promontory and understand the estate known as Argynvostholt. So while his family is well knowledgeable of the myth of the Order of the Silver Dragon, Ismark is more like, he believes it to be more superstition and village gossip about a very old ruin of a once noble lord, but there's equal kind of assuming that this noble lord truly was a silver dragon. Silver dragons are known to be very powerful creatures. Whether or not they're still alive seems unlikely, but there's a possibility there could be an item or something at this estate that might help in doing battle with the Baron. Or maybe even if it's true about the remnants of the Order, maybe there are surviving remnants of the Order, and to pick up powerful allies that could potentially help as well.
Gartham, weren't you talking about a sword or something the gypsy lady was talking to you about?
I don't know any story about a sword. I just know that a powerful lord once ruled over that estate and protected this valley and was slaughtered by Strahd and his army.
It's Gartham. There's Gartham who got a sword or something. Right?
Something of an undead paladin ally in a dragon's lair. An ally. If we could have an ally from the beyond, I certainly wouldn't see no.
That was
to be fair,
this is
to be fair, I did get that insight from an old crone that was pretending to be on our side. She did make mention of a vault of the remains of an undead possible ally that could help us do great battle against the Baron, but I still wonder about her loyalties. Maybe she was pointing us in a direction that she felt was going to give us, how do we say in my time, a poignant understanding of what it's like to feel a hilt of a dagger in your back when you least expect it.
That would be the way of a woman, wouldn't it?
Martkov's wife just kind of arches an eyebrow towards Zoof and just kind of lets it lie and then goes back to, eating and feeding the children.
I'm reminded of the tale of the first man and the first woman, and of course the deceit. That first woman and her fruits. But we can take those temptations and turn them to our advantage. And of course you know why. And Brother Ludolf, as I've been instructing you, it's because we are the more powerful and intelligent sex.
Martigov's
so Brother Ludolf, Brother Lucian, if I could just tell you that there's nothing to be feared here by in Gartham, Brother Gartham, if I may say. It's if we are strong enough to turn the wiles of this evil Madam Eva to our purposes, that is Heliod's wheel. That we wield the sun on our side.
You watch as Mrs. Martkov stands up and furiously pounds at the table, looks over at you. Well, it's no wonder that Luxodons are so rare. I imagine it's very difficult for you to breed. And she just grabs the kids and turns and takes them outside.
Have taken an oath, a course of celibacy. I'm not one to opine on such a matter. It's not within my charge as a divine weapon at the right hand of Lord Heliod. Master Davian, and I stand up and I yawn and stretch. I'm not bothered by anything actually going on. Oh, if I could, I see that your wife has absconded. If you want to, of course, do your duty and get her back to show me to my quarters, I would get that sleep now. And if you could see to having that last gem recovered that you suspect is on your property. But for now, I will sleep on these matters if you could be of help.
Of course. Please allow me to guide you to our spare bedrooms upstairs, where all of you are free to take a long rest if you'd like. I'm hoping maybe after your rest this evening, when you awaken, you could join me in the replanting of the gems in both the north and southern wineries, and perhaps you can see the magic that they provide.
Have we handed
beautiful thing?
Say that again, Lucian.
Have we handed the gems over to them, or does Zoof still have them?
We handed them over, right?
Yeah, you handed them over to Davion. So with that, you guys are free to click off a long rest. Obviously, you don't really have to worry about keeping a watch at this point.
That's what they wanted.
All right.
Lucian will spin up another cat and Lucinda.
Okay. So Nocturne is back, and the Fae summoned Lucinda comes back as well. I'd imagine that in your spare, in the bedroom that you've been given as a place to take a rest, Lucinda sits at the foot of your bed while you're kind of busy, kind of looking through your spell book or, pondering the upcoming travel of what to do next. Lucinda kind of looks at you, Lucian, and looks at the closed door out into the hallway. So, what are we doing here again? Where are we going? And why are you in such a dark and dreadful place, Lucian. Isn't there more interesting places to go to?
Right now, we're trying to bring a little bit of mirth and happiness to this area. And you're part of that.
Well, my mirth is me to keep. My happiness is trimmed by the fact that, well, to be fair, this is a very dark and gloomy place. Not really easy to find happiness. And what was that nonsense back at the Druidic Circle? Why are we are people of intellect, of intelligence, Lucian. We are travelers of the astral sea and the prime shifts of the planes of existence. And you have me in a pig town chasing creatures that don't exist or are myth. What are we doing here, Lucian?
We may be in a nightmare, and none of this is real, and we are working our way out of this nightmare. You will sleep up, you will wake up, and all will be well one day. But for now, this is where we live, this is where we exist.
Why do you think this isn't real, Lucian? That looked like when you fell unconscious, that seemed real to me.
Well, that was a short rest that was stimulated within this context of a dream.
Lucinda reaches down and picks up Nocturne, starts petting him before he heads to the window to go and do his little spy routine and look around. Lucinda kind of opens the door. If you don't mind, Lucian, I'm going to have a look around. I think this place is by far the most interesting place that you forced me to experience during this trip.
Keep an eye out. Let us know if you see anything.
And don't forget the old wizard saying, if you're going to fall asleep, make sure you fall asleep with one eye open. If you fall asleep with both eyes open, might be safer. And she immediately leaves the room, closes the door. Brother Zoof, you find yourself in your chambers, being dropped off by Davy and Markev, and Ludolf, you find yourself in your chambers as well. Anything you guys want to do before the long rest is over and you wake up for the evening's meal and the ceremony of restoring the wineries or the vineyards?
Just a prayer to Heliod and just pass out.
Okay. Go ahead and click off a long rest. About 8 hours later, even though technically Lucian doesn't technically need that full 8 hours, there's a gentle ringing of the downstairs bell. You hear Mrs. Martikov begin to yell for the call for supper. At which point, each one of you are woken by the smells of an evening's meal and find yourselves down in kind of the warmth of the dining hall yet again. While Mrs. Martikov seems to give the others a congeal, a very kind of pleasant welcome to the dinner table, she kind of scowls a bit at Brother Zoof as he approaches the table, which quickly is followed up by Davion's kind of terse, "They are our guests. We will honor our guests. Please, be patient." She quickly begins to ladle out food onto plates. Ismark is the last person to come down from the sleep as he spent the evening resting, or the afternoon resting as well. All of you are gathered back at the table yet again. This time, however, Davion has a very large book on the table. He also has a cloth, like a little bit of a linen cloth on the book as well, with two sizable gems that you recognize as the gems that you recovered. If all of you are up to it, perhaps you would join me in the vineyards this evening as we go to put the gems back where they belong and bring the vineyards back to life so that we could once again produce the wines and the specialties of the wines that will be shipped to the villages of the valley again.
Are we going to dig holes?
Kind of. It's a ceremonial hole that we dig and place the gems in front of. If you are interested in Sir Ludolf, perhaps you would be so kind as to dig the holes for us once we are prepared.
I like digging holes.
Yes, you are interesting. Of course you like digging holes. Of course. Anyways, well met all. Well met. So anybody who consumes the meal of the evening, you get 12 temporary hit points for the next 24 hours.
Aw, yeah. Master David, your wife certainly provides a fine table. I see that you have done your husbandly duty well, and it's good to see such a good, solid, faithful, lordly household.
I would love to see Zoof get in an argument with a flat earther. Just be perfect. But the planes of existence are indeed flat, although disc-shaped. I love it.
Have I told you about the Great Ice Wall?
You guys eagerly consume the meal. Pleasant conversation being had up until the early evening.
Until Zoof keeps saying shit about women.
Yeah. At which point, the four of you, including Ismark and the entire Martikov family, Davian Martikov now carries the 2 gems and the book, and you guys travel out into the night air to the southern courtyard. And already on the edges of shadow and on the edges of the evening darkness, you could see the blights creeping closer towards the estate. But it doesn't seem to bother Martikov this time. He seems to be certain that once these gems are put back in their place, the nature of the vineyards and the nature of this winery will be restored. He gets to the southern vineyard. He then has Ludolf dig a sizable hole in the very middle of the vineyard.
As we're walking, I transform into a wolf. Like I do go through all the stages. Then I become like this massive black wolf with like kind of a ethereal smoke coming off of him and glowing red eyes. And yeah, so now I'm on my wolf form.
And watch him dig.
When I go to town, man, I dig a hole, baby.
Lucian will provide some dancing lights around the whole digging operation.
I like that. Lucian kind of casts his hands out. The globules of magic light kind of radiate from his cloak or his cape, kind of dancing around the area. Almost immediately, you can see that the bright light of the magic kind of burns into those handfuls of small blighted creatures that attempted to get closer into the activity that was going on. They initially scatter and kind of stagger off into the darkness as well. The comfort of seeing Ludolf shift, the family seems strangely aware of Ludolf. The mother takes the hands of the 2 sons and looks over at Davian. We shall then leave you to your ceremony. She then turns and heads with the 2 sons back towards the winery. It's at that moment you watch as Davian Martikov begins to transform. His form, his lycanthrope form, begins to shift and waver in front of all of your eyes as he turns into a were-raven. He is 6 feet tall, He's got the body of a raven with a kind of like an anthropomorphic human body mixed in with the body of a raven. And he holds the ceremonial book, smiling as best as a bird can smile with its strange beak, down towards Ludolf in his werewolf form. And then his mouth begins to move in speech. It is pleasing to us that companions find those with lycanthropy to not be a deficit, but to be a bonus to one's abilities within a party. For most of us werefolk, we must hide the true nature. The Martikov family has been what we are for a very long time. It is good to see that the journey of another were creature has been safely accepted by others. He goes on to read the book for about an hour and then sets the first gem. He has Ludolf then bury the gem with a covering of dirt. He reads a few more pages of the book, and then there's a kind of glow of yellow, green, and blue energy that begins to permeate from the hole that was buried over with the gem in it. You could see little tendrils of light and veins of color and power begin to emanate from that position and begins to course in all the directions of the massive southern vineyard, which you then watch as the initial decay and rot of the vineyard fades almost immediately. And you begin to watch as small leaves begin to kind of bloom. You watch as the bark of the vineyards begin to normalize. You watch as the blighted creatures in the southern vineyard begin to panic and flee off into the darkness as the southern vineyard begins to be restored. He then walks all of you, still in his were-raven form, to the northern vineyard and does the same thing. The hole is dug by Ludolf. The book is read. The second stone is placed back in the vineyard, in the ground. Ludolf then buries it. The final passage is read. And what's interesting about watching Davian Martikov do this is you get the feeling that his family might be a little bit older than he really has stated. He is part of a valley that's very old, and this family clearly wields a measure of power. It makes you wonder how many connections. And perhaps Erwin Martikov, who is the middle son to Davian Martikov, perhaps this was a secret he was keeping from people as well. It could be a bloodline. It could be also a signification that maybe other were creatures might reside in the valley and within the local communities of the valley. Once again, another small glimmer of hope, another small glimmer of chance. And as all of you stand on the front veranda of the winery, watching both the northern and southern vineyards being restored to their ability to produce some very powerful and magical notions of grape to produce such wonderful wines, Davian Martikov looks at the four of you. Ben, thank you so much for what you've done. I have talked to Master Ismark. He is to stay, and him and myself, we are going to deliver 2 wagon loads of wine to the Veliki village in hopes that this will establish a bit of hope, an edge of sunshine on this miserable valley that we live in. Although I do hold a grudge against my son Owen, I wonder now if the first gem that was lost over 10 years ago was maybe due to something else. Maybe he truly wasn't involved. The kindness of the four of you has taught me a bit of reminder of how important family is. But before you leave, I have a gift for all of you. I have a wine here, I've only got one bottle for each of you, and each bottle has a single use. It is the last of our greatest vintage of wines produced well over 100 years now, before we lost the first gem of the Eastern Vineyard. To drink it gives you the benefit of a long rest. But it only has one use. Once you drink it, it is gone. So if you decide to use it, make sure that it makes sense to use it. I have horses and wagons available to you if you'd like to take that instead of your mastodon. I leave that up to you. And as always, you are welcome to stay here whenever you like when you're back in this part of the valley. I will leave the four of you to it. I will go and seek my wife. You watch as he changes back into his human form, disappears into the interior of the winery. Ismark kind of nods and, yes, I think I'm going to be staying. And as Davion said, first thing in the morning, we set out for Veliki, delivering wine to the village or the town. I don't know why, but I think this will do some good. I think this will bring hope. I hope that the four of you plan on traveling to the Argynvostholt estate. If not, and you decide to directly approach Strahd's castle, know that the route to his castle is littered with many unknown dangers. If you are to go there, never go or travel there at night. Always be sure that if you choose to arrive, you arrive in the morning. It is said that all those that go into the castle, none ever come out. He is formidable at best. I want to thank all of you for what you've done here for the Martikov family, as well as helping me get my sister to safety. I feel as if these things have purpose. I feel that the four of you have purpose. Whatever it is, I hope when you are done, and I hope that when we meet again, it'll be under kinder circumstance. He shakes each one of your hands and then offers each one of you a trinket, or what he calls a trinket of charm. So he hands each one of you a unique item. You're free to describe it in any way that you want to, as it would mean to your character. It has a single-use magic effect. It has the charm person effect on it. So you can clutch the trinket and then cast the spell charm person.
Oh.
Mine is a dog tag.
Ooh, I love it.
Let me see, where would that be?
Like a little dog tag.
Trinket of, what is it again?
Trinket of charm. Trinket of charm person.
Okay. Shall we be traveling by Brutus, as I like to comically say?
And sure enough, Brutus is still out there, stomping around in the old pumpkin patch, crushing pumpkins. And every now and then he curls one up in his trunk, and he leans back and he pumpkin chucks it out into the old dead Eastern Vineyard, and it just crashes into the vineyard.
I give a hearty trumpet that signals I need him.
You immediately hear the ground shake and thunder as he comes trundling from the backside of the winery and pulls up in front of all four of you. And once again, one by one, crawling up onto the back of the mastodon. According to the map that you have and the map that's been updated for you by Davian Markov, Marikov, you now know that you have about a day's journey to the promontory. Instead of going in the direction of Yester Hill, this takes you more of a direct route down in to the northern cliffs of the Luna Valley to where the promontory is. Here is a winding trail that buffets up against some of the salvage woods, winds up along the low-lying hills until you come up into the promontory cliffs north of the salvage woods. Here the map guides you, but does not necessarily give you advanced notice or concern about what might be out in these wooded areas. But you're familiar with it. The journey is a sense of... Oops, wrong one. One of the things that being out here reminds you is that the fog, while diminished, is still always there. The woods, while dense and rotted, always feel as if something is always hiding in these woods. There's always sense that on the edge of this route is something that can't quite be seen. You guys watch as Ludolf answers and call, which is then answered yet again. The edge of the woods is a playground of the creatures that survive in these environments. Their growls both and far, kind of always there. The screech of the birds, the sense of the wind kind of moving slowly through, the sound of something echoing distant and both near at the same time. The grinding of teeth, the echo of souls that never made it out of the valley. A sense that through the eyes of the dead is how one is being watched by Strahd. Their eyes persistent. Even the mastodon, you can feel the tenseness in its shouldered, haunched kind of feeling of concern about this road. But it's only a day's travel. You push hard. You push the mastodon to its limit, getting through the roads, and before long, you find yourself north of the valley entrance. You find yourself at the bottom, exiting the road, and as you exit the road, you could see it bottoms out into a trail that leads up towards the front of an estate house, a massive estate house. There's a great dragon fountain, long overgrown, covered in vines and the detritus of a place that hasn't been touched by a helping hand in a very long time. It's a 3-story structure. You can see these great towering parapets kind of crawling up into the sky. But the fog here is dense. It follows the trail like up into the promontory, which you guys continue up to get as close as you can to the estate. The estate is both ruined and strangely intact in some places. The great marble doors that signify the entrance into the estate stand shut. No sign that they've been budged or opened for a long time. But on the right wing of the estate is a collapsed and ruined area that almost looks like it maybe has like a ballroom or a giant place that people would aggregate and congregate to have celebration, or who knows. The left wing looks mostly intact. Everyone give me either investigation or survival as you linger in the front of the estate.
Is there any evidence of like trails that the elves might have taken?
Yeah, give me either investigation or survival for that one, Ludolf.
Okay, I got a 13.
13?
As always, I'm using my trunk and my sense of smell carefully to.
Yep. I believe that gives you advantage, correct?
Yeah. Is this cocked or is this? No, it's not cocked.
18
Oh, it was cocked.
Lucian. 1-8.
18 for Lucian.
15.
15. There's Ludolf, as you watch the others kind of searching about, you immediately look at the ground that leads up towards the stairs that lead up towards the front entrance of the estate. Here you can see a single set of incredibly light footprints. They're bare feet, but they're elven in nature. You get the feeling that recently, maybe within the last couple days, an elf has made their way into the interior of the estate house. They didn't use the front door. It looked like they came here to do an investigation. And he watches the trail kind of disappears towards the right side, the right wing of the estate, where the crumbled walls of the estate might give easier access into the halls themselves.
Perhaps we should ask these elves something about this place. They seem to know something or something.
Lucinda changes into a normal elf that might be appropriate for the woods.
Okay. She takes on a wood elf kind of facade.
And she gently follows those footprints.
They seem to go towards the ballroom, or what you would believe to be the ballroom based on the map that you have. As she follows the footprints, are you guys following her as well?
Sure.
Yes, I am.
Okay. As you guys begin to follow the path that she's taking, there is a crumbled section of the wall that used to be the wing's tower. The tower itself is now crumbled in on itself. The third, second, and first stories all piled inward as if it suffered some great collapse. But the wall itself is exposed inward, and the wall, you can see, goes into a rather sizable space. Ruined timber, ruined stone everywhere. You watch as Lucinda begins to continue to follow the trail. She's following it into the interior of the ruins, and she points towards a door that is still mostly intact on one of the walls of the ruins that might lead deeper into the foundations of the estate itself. She seems to think it's gone that direction.
So we're heading towards the right.
Correct.
Yeah, because those are the crumbled towers and the
Correct.
larger sort of space there.
Yep.
You're saying the east wing that's our ruins is going to be a ballroom soon? Are we going to the house? Sorry. Put that in there. Strike that from the record, please. No.
Never. Nope. It's forever, my friend.
The internet is forever, Charles.
Forever, Charles.
No.
Lucinda
let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, Neil. I apologize.
Lucinda listens at the door to make sure nothing's behind it that is moving.
Gotcha. Have Lucinda give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Nice. she can't really hear anything at the door, but as you guys watch her go across the room, you notice that she's walking kind of strangely. That's when each one of you notice that something sticky is kind of grabbing onto your boots and shins and ankles. As you look down, you see that this place is thick, like 2 feet deep with webs in all directions. You watch as Lucinda reaches the door, listens in, turns towards all of you. You see something in the shadows of the ceiling above her hover over her briefly and then drop down right on top of her. I need everyone to roll for initiative, if you would, please.
Ooh.
No! Okay. It's going to be such a good initiative roll. This is going to be the one. Yes!
Wow. Good, huh? I got a 21.
I hit double digits for once.
Nice.
Ooh, look at that.
I'm on fire.
All right. Well, this
initiative roll. Oh,
this one's
spiders.
This one's going to drop on Lucinda right there. The others will drop from the timbers. All right, so I've got, big bad Ludolf. Gartham. Let me get his stats pulled up really quick.
Like how Charles is keeping it contemporary with some ballroom talk and
I know, it was awesome.
It's like, all right, brother. You never let the opportunity go by.
Hell no.
No, you gotta
Seize it.
jokes in there.
All right, I'm gonna have him roll for initiative.
I'm still trying to parse through Lucian Dreamweaver's Inception-inspired talk thereof. dreams within dreams.
So the spider's actually going to go first.
Aye.
How many are there?
So the spider on Lucinda is going to take a mandible attack. That is going to be a 14 plus 5 is a 19 to hit. On Lucinda. I think that's you, Lucian, right?
Yep, armor class 15. That's it.
Okay. That is going to be 10 points of force damage. Or, sorry, bludgeoning damage. It's then going to spend an AP and attack with its stinger. That is going to be a 15 on the nose. That's going to be 2 points of piercing damage. I need her to make a con save, if you would, please.
Con of 14. Roll this. 3.
That will fail. She will take 8 points of poison damage, and she now has the poison condition.
Okay. How many damage was that to?
2 points of it was 8 points of poison damage and 2 points of piercing damage.
Got it.
It's going to spend its last 2 AP to make another mandible attack. And that's going to miss. So that will finish that one. This one is going to use an AP to get up into base with Zoof. Zoof, it's going to make both a stinger and mandible attack on you. The mandible... Oh, those are both going to miss. It's going to spend its last AP to try to sting you a final time at disadvantage. That's going to miss. Okay, you're going to jail.
Horrid arachnid!
All right. This one's going to spend 2 AP to get into base with Ludolf. And then it is going to spend 2 AP to have advantage on its stinger attack on Ludolf. That is a 12 plus 5 is 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh, snap.
Ludolf is wily.
This one is going to race over to Gartham with 2 AP. And then spend 2 AP to make a stinger attack with advantage. Yeah, those are going to miss for sure. Let's see.
More of them.
There's like a big red one mama spider, right?
What?
That's a big boy.
Thank you very much.
Ay, caramba.
All right, this one's going to come racing over.
Araña.
Get into base with Ludolf. That's 2 AP to get there, and then it's going to use 2 AP to sting you with advantage. So that's double 16s. So that is going to be a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Gambler's luck.
Do I have
The stingers only do D4 piercing damage, so that's 4 plus 3, so that's 7 points of piercing damage. Ludolf, give me a con save if you would, please.
That's a 23.
23, that will save. So instead of taking twice the damage, you'll just take normal damage, and you are not poisoned. So you will take 8 points of poison damage, but you do not have the poison condition.
Okay.
All right, and I think I got one more left to go, which is this one. It's going to race over. And there's a gap, so it's going to get up into base with Lucian.
Great.
For 2 AP. And then it is going to use 2 AP to take a stinger attack with advantage. 15 plus 5 is a dirty 20.
I get armor class of 16. I think it is.
so
That
If
is
I
going to be 3 points of piercing damage,
What, a shield as a reaction?
yeah.
which will give you a 21 because
Yeah.
it's plus 5 to your armor class. Yeah, that
Yeah.
will.
I gotta find a spell.
Yeah, that. So you have 3 AP instead of 4. That will definitely go off, giving you a armor class of 21 till the end of your next turn. All right, that will finish the spider's turn. The other spider, this big one right here, doesn't move, just sits there as if it's waiting for something.
Of course.
Ludolf, you are up with Gartham on deck.
All right. What shall we do? I have 2 in base.
Technically, you have 2 in base, yeah.
Okay. I will go ahead and use 2 actions to transform into my third form.
Be right back, y'all.
Into your excellent form.
Yes. Spiders! I love them! Rip their legs off! One by one.
One by one. Yum! Got 2 AP left.
Okay. Okay. I will, as a free action, I will attack with my bite.
Go for it.
One to the left. I'm going to recklessly attack.
Go for it.
That was awful. 6 plus 4 is 9. I don't think that hits. 6 plus 6 is 12. Does that hit?
12 unfortunately does not hit. Just barely misses. Their armor class is a 13.
So I snap at them, but they're too wily. I will attack with my claws. Let's see. This is the first attack. That is a 17.
17 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
That does. That does 6 damage. Second attack.
Yep.
That is a 24. That does 4 damage. Third attack. That is a 22. That does 7 damage. And fourth attack. That is a 12. That is probably a miss.
Yep, 12 will miss.
Okay. Now for my second action point, my last action point, I will attack the other creature.
Go for it.
First attack is a 16.
16 will hit.
Oh, hit? Okay, cool. That does 4 points of damage. Second attack is a 24. That does 5 points of damage. Third attack is a 15.
15 will hit.
That does 9 points of damage.
Nice.
And the last attack will miss.
All right, that'll finish your turn.
Yup.
Gartham is up. Gartham is going to spend an AP to disengage and get up here and cover. He's then going to take Eldritch Blasts on the spider that he just disengaged from. There is... there it is. That is going to hit. That's going to be 1 point of damage. Gonna do it again. That's going to miss. Let's see. That leaves him with 2 AP. What spell will he use? He is going to use... He is going to cast... he's going to cast Mirror Image. Alright. So I will... I can't remember if they gave me one in here. I don't think they did. Nope. So he is going to... There we go. So he's got Mirror Image up. That'll finish his turn. Zoof, you are up with Lucian on deck.
All right. I used 2 AP to cast Bless on. Let's see, Bless up to 3. Yeah, I will bless all 3 of us in the line. Okay. Lucian, Ludolf, and myself.
All right. Lucian, Ludolf. Oops. Wrong one. So everybody but Gartham?
Yeah, he ain't here, dude. You got to be in it to win it. This is like the lotto, dude. Yeah.
I would imagine Ludolf is like, it burns.
Yeah.
Burns.
I ain't wasted no bless on an NPC. Come on.
It burns.
Then I'm going to hit the one that's right in front of me. I'll take my first action to
go for it.
Do that. Let me do this. Look, am I able to purchase advantage with my last 2 AP?
Absolutely.
Does that cover the 2 attacks I make, or only the first attack?
It's all your attacks that you make.
Okay, let me do that. I'd like to do that
Go for it.
on this first, on the one that's right in front of me. So using my Mace of Verdict, it's a dirty 20
That'll definitely hit.
for the first swing. That one hits. Let me swing this next one. That's a crit on the next one. So
Nice.
dang. Nice.
Damn.
All right.
Are you about to
Want me to roll
one
that?
shot this guy?
I don't know. We're about to find out. Let me do the normal hit first.
Okay.
So that's 5,
5 points of damage.
and I think he's sapped. What does sap do again? Sap is
He's a sucker.
Finish the
he
next-
has a disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Correct. Okay.
With the crit, it's going to be I double the damage. Correct?
You max it and then you roll it again.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 plus. So that's 14.
Woo! Nice. That's a total 19 points of damage. He is now considered bloodied. That'll finish your turn.
That finishes my turn.
All right, Lucian, you are up. They'll be at the top of the second round with Ludolf on deck.
And feel free to add
Sorry, with the spiders on
D4.
deck.
A D4 because of bless.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get a D4 for attacks and saves.
All right, Lucian's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern, but he's going to get both of these giant spiders right here in that pattern.
These two?
Yeah. Wisdom.
Intelligence save, right?
Wisdom of 16.
Wisdom of 16. Yeah, they're both going to fail.
Oh, that's nice. That's 2 points. Then I'll try to cook the brain of the one that's bloodied with a cantrip of Mind Fire. It's a +8 to hit.
And what's the effect of your spell again? What does that do?
It starts to cook them with telekinesis. Then it's a 2d10 of damage.
No, the first one, the hypnotic pattern.
Hypnosis. Yeah.
They're just frozen, I think.
Are they restrained? Are they grappled? Are they incapacitated? Does it say in the spell?
Let me look here quick. It is hypnotic pattern is charmed for the duration.
That's right. We will use that to indicate that they are charmed. All right, that's 2 AP. You got 1 AP left.
All right, with that, I'm going to do the Mind Fire. It's a +8 to hit, plus a die 4
Is that a cantrip or a spell?
cantrip.
Okay, go for it.
And
You're
that's
doing that one on the bloodied one, right?
I'm going to try to take him out.
Okay, go for it.
22.
That'll
should-
definitely hit. Yeah, roll for damage.
Nice.
Ooh, not bad. 17.
Yeah, its little head kind of ruptures open, like it boils. You know how, like, it starts bubbling and boiling, and the hardened carapace of it, like right behind its head, just kind of cracks open like a walnut, and it'll fall dead to the ground.
Nice.
What a foul, putrid smell, fried arachnid head. Oh,
Almost smells like Martikov's wife's cooking.
oh.
All right. So then Lucinda is a changeling that has Misty Step.
Okay.
And when she lands, she can pick a creature within 10 feet to charm. So she's going to go for the big spider, land on top of them, and try to charm them all in one.
Nice.
Oh, damn. That's heroic.
So you're going after the big spider with her?
Yeah.
All right.
Top of them. Misty Step
That's
right.
she getting into base with him?
top of them.
It has to be within 10 feet.
How far can she misty step? 30 feet? 40 feet?
Let's check.
Got my D8, got my D4.
30. Base step, 30 feet.
That'll get her in base.
Then one creature within 10 feet succeeds on a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Lucian's spell save.
That's a natural 20 for a natural 20.
So they're frozen and charmed.
That doesn't beat, a natural 20 doesn't beat your spell DC?
Well, where do I find the spell?
Should be, your spell DC should be either on the spell itself or at the top of your spell list.
It's probably 18, right? You have a +8.
So if you click,
Is 16. Spell attack +8, modifier +5.
So it's a spell DC of 16.
Correct.
Natural 20 is definitely going to beat that. So the charm does not work.
I can try. So can she? Is she within distance to attack?
Oh, yeah, she's in base.
All right, let's take a swing.
Go for it.
She has a
Dang
strength
it!
13. Here we go. Rolls a 2.
Definitely
She
does
has,
not hit. She wildly swings.
don't steal my attack rolls. Dang.
rolls another 2. So she missed. Missed
Okay.
that.
That'll finish her turn.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll take us top of the second round. The spiders are up. The spider that she's in base with, its mandibles will kind of like jet down towards her, taking a strike at her. That is a 19 plus 7, which is a 26 to hit.
Jesus.
That is going to be 8 plus 3, 11 plus 6. That is going to be 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's down to 1 point.
Have her give me a dexterity save, if you would, please.
Dexterity.
At disadvantage, because she is poisoned.
She's a 16 dex. Let's roll this. 4.
4. She is immediately grappled, incapacitated. She is now. I get to finally use one of these markers I've been wanting to use for a while.
My giant spider. What a bad day.
She is now wrapped up in a webbing,
Oh,
and she is being hauled. You watch as the spider immediately funnels a web from its abdomen, and she is now being hauled up into the air, up into the ruined rafters of the ruined rafters and stone ceiling of the room that you're in.
Son of a biscuit.
are there any other ones up there? Cocoon-like snacks that are being stored?
You get the feeling there could be.
Okay.
All right. I'll finish that one's turn. This one is going to skitter across for 1 AP. Get into base with Zoof. It is going to use 2 AP for its stinger attack on you. So it has advantage. Oh my god, those are going to miss. It's going to use its last AP to be at disadvantage for its mandibles. 11 plus 5 is 16. That's going to miss. Oof. You know what? This one's actually going to focus on Zoof. 2 AP for its stinger attack. Still going to miss. And then 2 AP for mandibles. Double 17s.
Okay.
That is going to be 2d6, which is automatically a 12. plus a 7. That's going to be 19 plus 3. 22 points of bludgeoning damage for its mandibles.
22 points. What do I have as...
Ludolf, you've got a stinger coming at you. Jesus, these guys are rolling doubles. That's another double 19. That is going to be 4 points of piercing damage. Sorry, 5 points. Yeah.
Is this Ludolf?
Yes.
Being attacked?
Yeah.
If possible, I'd like to use my reaction to get my shield in there.
Ooh, I love it.
So protection. So I interpose my shield. It imposes disadvantage on the triggering attack.
Nice.
And then all other
That was a natural 20 and a 3, so that's gonna miss. So like Luda, Brother Zoof just kind of steps right in there, and just as the stinger is about to jam up into Brother Ludolf or up into Ludolf, Brother Zoof, you slam into the stinger and kind of slam it down into the ground as it misses Ludolf.
So all other attacks against Ludolf until the start of my next turn have disadvantage.
Nice.
And also, I just rolled concentration, and I don't have bless up anymore.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Gotta keep it honest. Gotta keep it honest.
No.
We hardly knew ye.
We hardly knew, but for one round. And even then, hardly around.
It was only for Lucian.
Right?
That's funny.
All right, so those two are done. The one in base with Zoof is done. These two are currently... they get wisdom saves. They will not roll high enough to break free. That is going to finish the spider's turn. Ludolf, you are up with Gartham on deck.
All right. I still have 2 in base with me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I will recklessly attack once more. The one on the left, first attack.
Go for it.
Is 18.
18 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
8 damage.
Nice.
A 17.
That'll hit as well.
8 damage also.
Nice.
I rolled 2 6s.
Was that with it? Were you rolling with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crit. That's gambler's luck.
Okay, cool. So it does 6 plus 7, so 13 damage.
13. That guy is definitely now bloodied.
Show it. What attack was that on? 3? I think I was on
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad somebody's keeping track. And the last one is 21.
21 will hit.
7 more points of damage.
All right, that's 1 AP. So I got 3 AP left.
Yeah. I will attack the other one. That's in base.
Go for it.
This attack does 14.
14 will hit, so armor class of 13.
That does 9 damage. Second one is 20. That does 9 damage again.
Nice.
Third attack is a 25.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
6 damage. Fourth attack.
That one is now bloodied as well.
Oh, okay. Fourth attack is a nat 20.
You get 4 attacks?
Yeah, because I got the 2 claws and I do I get 2?
In a bite attack?
Two attacks per attack. And I have my claws. Then so I get 2 attacks for each attack. Is that right?
So for each AP, you get 2 attacks,
yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, it's 2 attacks.
So
I get 2 attacks for each weapon. Or I get 1 attack for each weapon, and I get 2 attacks per round. or per attack.
So on your character sheet, how many attacks does it say you get?
I get 2 attacks per action,
Okay.
and I attack with both claws, so I get 2 attacks per attack.
Well, no, you get 2 attacks.
Oh,
So like
Okay,
for
well, then
for each action you would get 2 attacks. I think when you frenzy, right? When you go into your form, you get that free attack with your bite.
yeah,
correct?
I get the free attack.
Yeah. So
when I attack with my claws, I get 2 attacks.
right, but you just rolled 4 for this one.
Right, because I get 2 attacks per attack, and I get 2 attacks.
I don't think it works that way. Hold on, let me double
Really?
check. Yeah. No, because at level 7 you would never have 4 attacks unless you were a monk spending focus points. So let me double check the way
once
you got
per one. Oh, okay, that's only per turn. But
correct.
once per turn, when you attack with your claw using the attack action, you can make an additional claw attack as part of the same action. Okay, so I guess once per turn I can make
2
3
attacks.
Well, I already make 2 attacks. So I
Yeah,
make 2
3
attacks per
attacks.
attack
Yeah.
action.
So because of your subclass, you'd make your normal 2 attacks,
Right.
but you get that 1 extra attack. For
Okay.
your
All right. So I get one
subclass.
extra attack. I attacked 4 times, so I guess we can just say that I used up all my action points attacking.
Well, I would
fair?
say you got 1 AP left.
Okay.
So from
Well,
your
I just rolled a nat 20,
perspective,
so I rolled I have 6 plus 4 plus 3. That's 13 points of damage.
nice.
for my nat.
That would be on the first bloodied one because you'd switch back to that one. So yeah, so what it's saying is that every action you get 2 attacks, but you have a special ability that your claws allow you a 3rd attack.
Okay.
I believe that's what it says.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah, that is. Yeah, okay. All right, so I have 1 more attack. Is that right?
Yeah, because you
attack.
did. Yeah, you get 1 more attack. Yeah.
Okay. And for the last attack, that is an 23, and that does 7 more points of damage.
Oh, okay. So that's where it comes from. As long as you're not fighting with a weapon, you get that 3rd attack. That makes
Right,
sense.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I was like, 4 attack at level 7? I don't know. That
Yeah,
sounds,
no, that's kind of
sounds
that's
like a
the way I
monk.
built the character, to have a million
Preposterous!
attacks around.
Yeah, so it's describing that because you have no weapons, your
Right.
open hand strikes with your claws are attack, and then you get that 3rd attack because you're not using any weapons.
Okay. Cool.
All right, that'll finish Ludolf's turn as 2 very bloodied spiders are near him. Gartham, he is going to, well, he's got 3 targets. He is going to use Eldritch Blast on the one nearest Ludolf. That is going to hit. That is going to be 2 points of damage. That creature is almost dead. It's going to switch to the one next to you. Do another Eldritch Blast. That's going to hit. That's going to be for 8 points of damage. That one is almost dead. It's going to switch to the 3rd one, the one in base with Ludolf. Take an Eldritch Blast. It's going to hit. 7 points of damage. He's going to circle back to the first one in base with Ludolf and do his final Eldritch Blast, which will hit for 2 points of damage, which will take this one out. All right. That will finish Gartham's turn. Zoof, you are up with Lucian on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna make just a normal attack on the bloodied one right to my left.
All right, go for it.
We roll these 2 attacks and see what we come up with. Those both miss. Yeah, there's no way a 7 or a 9 would do anything.
Unfortunately not.
Leaves me with 2 AP. So I'm going to purchase advantage on these next 2 attacks.
Yep. Well,
but
2 AP gives you advantage on your next attack.
Excuse me. Yeah, depending.
Because I believe. Well, your paladin gets 2 attacks, though, right? Or
right.
1? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a cleric. No, you get 2 attacks. So each of your 2 attacks have advantage.
Okay. Well, actually, it's just going to be a regular roll because I'm just going to stick. Oh wait, I'm taking this too far. I do apologize. I still have. No, I rolled those 2. Those failed. These are going to be regular attacks because I'm sticking with the bloody one.
Gotcha. Okay, go for it.
Sorry, I got myself mixed up there unnecessarily.
Nope, gotcha.
So these next 2 attacks, let me switch out these. Let's get another pair of 20s in there and see what they do.
Borrow some illusions dice. He rolls 20s like crazy.
Gambler's luck. I just rolled double 8s.
Yeah, that'll do
That's
it.
crazy. I never roll doubles. That's insane in combat.
Well, were you rolling with advantage or disadvantage?
I was rolling just for regular. Oh shit.
So if it's regular. Yeah, if it's regular.
You're right.
Yeah.
Dude, I apologize. Dude, my brain is so addled.
That's always the fun part about rolling with disadvantage, because even if you get doubles, it still gives you that opportunity.
I was rolling it, not even disadvantage. I was just rolling both regular attacks.
Yep. Which you got? What'd you get?
I got 2 12s.
Which both just barely missed. It's armor class 13.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, that'll finish Brother Zoof's turn. Lucian, you are up with the spiders on deck.
All right.
Well, actually, when Lucinda was taken up into the rafters of the roof, you would have felt the termination of her Fey spirit as she was sent back to the Fey realm. As she was, the spider's very upset. Did you know if you try to drink the blood of Fey, they don't have any blood? It's like the spider goes to desiccate the trapped form, and then it just goes poof, and then you watch as this little wisp of silken web just kind of falls harmlessly from the rafters. So Lucian, you are up with the spiders on deck at the top of round 3.
Lucian is pissed that his sister just got eaten by a spider. He's going to cast the first phantasmal killer at a range of 120 feet.
Ooh, on the big spider?
On the big one.
A ranged spell attack or a save?
Wisdom is 16 to save.
Wisdom of 16 to save. That is a natural 7 plus 1 is an 8. That is going to fail.
All right, 4d10 of damage. Here it comes.
Ooh, nice.
4d10?
23.
23. You guys hear this, like, you know how big giant spiders will screech and then their mandibles will start clacking together rapidly? You kind of see a thrashing giant spider up in the rafters after it gets hammered by Lucian's spell.
Now, they have to make that save again next round. They're kind of captured by that.
Correct.
I've got 2 more. So,
how awesome is that? Nice.
2 more points. Let's try to cook the bloodied spider.
Hey, that spell you just cast on the big spider, is it concentration?
Yeah, cantrips are not, though.
Correct. So you're currently concentrated on the one on the big spider.
Correct. So does that mean I cannot do anything else?
No, it just means you can't cast another concentration spell without canceling the one that you just did.
So here's a firebolt at the bloodied spider.
Go for it.
12 plus a die 4. Hang on.
No, Bless is no longer up.
Oh, all right. Then that's a miss.
Yep, that'll be a miss. You got, I believe, 1 AP left.
Let's do a mind sliver at the same one with a save at intelligence at 16.
Ooh, that's gonna be a natural 16 minus 2, which is a 14. So that will fail.
4
At
points.
least somebody's succeeding.
How much damage?
4 points.
Nice. That'll do it as it thrashes around on the ground and does a classic hobbit spider death. That'll finish Lucian's turn, top of the 3rd round. Spiders are up. I forgot to roll for these 2. They are still charmed. You got the big spider's attention with that one, Lucian. Give me a... technically he's got to hit you with a ranged web attack. So let me do that first. Ooh, that is going to miss. It's going to spend 2 AP and try it again. Oh, that time that's going to be a 19 plus 7 is a 26 to hit. Lucian, give me a strength save as you feel the webbing wrap around your legs and your midriff.
Is he within 5 feet of me, or
He is within 5 feet of you. Absolutely.
I could, if it's a sort of ranged or sort of attack, I should be able to use my reaction to make it disadvantage. So, I can interpose my shield.
Okay.
Oh wait. When a creature that attacks a target other than you. Oh, the creature is not within 5 feet of me. Sorry. This says when a creature that I can see attacks a target that's. Oh
Gotcha.
no, Lucian's within 5 feet of me.
Right. A creature
so I
that's
can
been
do this.
attacked within 5 feet of you. Yeah.
Dude, my brain is falling apart since.
That's
we
because
lost
you have to go back to
okay.
school tomorrow and you're getting pissy.
Yeah. So I am able to interpose my shield for this.
Yeah, and I re-rolled. That's going to be a 3 as you watch the globule of webbing ricochet right off the shield. Gives off a big bell tone when it boom off.
So anything else?
Out of curiosity, Lucian, what did you get on your strength save for that?
17.
Oh yeah, DC 18. Your ass would have been dragged up into the rafters. That was an excellent use of a reaction. That'll finish the big spider's turn.
So anything else against him until my turn is at disadvantage.
Yep. The one in base with you, Zoof, gonna spend 2 AP on its stinger. That is a 15 plus 5 is a dirty 20 to hit.
Too short.
Oh, what's your armor class now?
22.
Holy smokes. It's gonna spend another 2 AP and try it again. Yeah, spend another 2 AP and try it again. No, that is going to fail. The other 2, one of them is charmed and the other one is not charmed. So he manages to resist the effect at the end of his turn.
Okay.
That will finish the spider's turn. Ludolf, you are up with Gartham on deck. Yeah, there you go.
I'm not in base with anything, right?
No, not currently.
Okay. I am going to cast jump on myself.
Uh-oh, you're going to go after the big spider, aren't you?
How did you know? And I am going to change into my 4th form.
What?
Wolf form.
4th form? What 4th form?
Full wolf, man. Full dire wolf.
You didn't give me a mini for that.
I figured you had a wolf somewhere in your deck.
Yeah, maybe.
A dire
Maybe.
You're my pink wolf.
Look at that. There's a dire wolf right there.
This has gotten very.
He's a big boy. I love it.
This has gotten very
that a lot?
Pokemon, like my 4th evolution or something.
Right?
This isn't even my final form.
This is my 12th form. He's like a 200-foot tall anthropological dog creature. It's like a
That's
dog.
next level,
He
also.
turns into a dogzilla. So it's what? So jump is 2 AP, correct? It's a spell.
It's a spell, so yeah, I guess it would be 2 AP. Huh?
And then your final evolution is turning into your direwolf form.
Yeah, and that took an AP.
That's an AP. So you got 1 AP left.
Okay, I guess I'll just move into base with the big wolf then.
It's currently up in the rafters. How much more?
Oh yeah, I'll try to jump. Well, can I jump and latch onto it as a part of my action? Or...
Yeah, I don't see why not, because that sounds really effing cool if you did that.
Cool.
Legs like a bone.
Right?
Give me either athletics or acrobatics for your grapple attempt.
Will do.
Sorry, it's now a strength dex contest, your choice. So, do you want to use strength or do you want to use dex as a way to try to grapple?
Let's use strength.
Go for it. Roll a d20, add your strength modifier.
That's a 20.
That beats my 15. You're currently... You guys watch as Ludolf forms into his dire wolf form. He goes running across the ruined floor and then leaps up into the air. Being a non-contemporary creature, it's all legs and abdomen. There's a bit of exposed thorax that the dire wolf could see. And he just like grabs right onto the fleshy carapace bit and is now hanging midair, kind of like doing the tug of war game with the chew toy. I love it. That'll finish Ludolf's turn. Gartham once again is going to use his kapow because that's how I keep people out of trouble. That'll hit. That'll hit. Forgot he gets 2 blasts per cantrip, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, level 5 on.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be 4 hits between the two. So 15. And 15 on each. So this one is now bloodied. This one's not quite bloodied yet. So that was 1, 2. He still has 2 more cantrips. He's going to see a hanging direwolf hanging from the big spider. He's going to go point his finger guns and make 2 eldritch blasts up at the big spider. Oof, guy's on fire. 25, that'll hit. 15 will barely hit. It's AC 15. So that'll be 2 more successful hits. So that's going to be 11 points of damage on the big guy. Then final 2 blasts on the bloodied one. That'll hit. And that'll hit. 9 and 2, 11 more points of damage. That will pop the abdomen of this one that's bloodied. That'll finish Gartham's turn. Brother Zoof, you are up with Lucian on deck.
Turn to the spider right behind me, and
yep.
I'll spend 2 AP for advantage against it.
Yeah, go for it.
Might as well. Dude, terrible. That first one misses. Second one is a 14.
14 will just hit. So armor class 13. Go ahead and roll damage.
Roll damage. It's going to be a 4.
That one had 3 points till bloodied, so that one is now bloodied.
I was trying to save all my big stuff for the big guy, but I don't know if I... Jeez. And then I'll use my last 2 AP to attack at a disadvantage.
Go for it.
That's
well, no, your last 2 AP would be attack 2 regular attacks.
Oh, sorry. I mean, it's a regular attack. I only have 1 AP left because I used my reaction
your reaction
for Lucian, yeah.
Yep,
So
gotcha.
So these would be a disadvantage. Yeah, that's a disadvantage. That misses. I think 13 just misses, right?
No, 13 is their armor class, so that'll just hit.
Okay, yeah. So a dirty 13 will just hit. I'm gonna pump a 1d8 of fire into this too.
Heck yeah, baby.
With the mace, so it's gonna be 8 points of bludgeoning and 6 points of fire.
Nice. That's gonna emulate the creature into both it being like its back carapace cracks open and the flame like cooks off all the guts and goo inside of it.
Ah! Foul arachnid!
That'll finish Ludolf's turn. Lucian, you are up. There is one confused, one charmed one that you charmed that's still there. And then, of course, the big dire wolf hanging off the big one up in the rafters.
He's still pissed at that big spider. No.
You gonna zap it?
Magic missile. Casting
What?
it.
Yeah, what level?
No.
9.
Level 20 million.
I was gonna say highest level there is.
2 points of damage in the level 1.
Well, you gotta do more than 2 points. At its lowest level, you get 3 darts.
Oh, all right. Let me
Yeah.
roll a couple more.
Yeah. And they automatically hit.
5 more points of damage.
So 6 points of damage. Your little tiny glow darts arc up towards it and disappear into like the carapace and the darkness of its body.
Spins. Okay. Second one is I'm going to cook him again. Plus
Okay.
8.
Go for it.
Rolls a 13.
That is going to miss, unfortunately,
We'll
leaving
try-
you with 1 AP.
Mind sliver.
Intelligence and wisdom saves are not spider creatures' fortes. That is going to be a 14 minus 1 is a 13, so that will fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 damage.
Nice. That creature is now bloodied. Of course, that just makes it look more scary.
I was gonna say, especially with that skull type face, it has
Right? That thing is
or-
big.
right over its mandibles. I was like, that's heavy metal, man.
It's icky. All right, that'll finish Lucian's turn, top of the 4th round. This spider is still charmed, so at the end of its turn, it is no longer charmed. However, the big guy up in the rafters, it is going to attempt. Currently has a big giant wolf hanging off of its thorax. It's going to try to sting you with 2 AP. It's going to get advantage on the roll.
Oh, no.
Those are both going to miss. They roll a 3 and a 7. It's going to spend a final 2 AP for a regular mandible attack. That's a 3 and a 4. Okay, then.
Wow.
The jury is out on this one. No, I am failing. That'll finish the spider's turn. Ludolf, you are up with Gartham on deck.
Now, as a wolf, my only attack is to bite. If I bite him, well, I'd be like, let him go.
No, it'd be like the equivalent of, you know, when a dog gets a hold of like a rabbit or a bird. It's just kind of like, it's the same kind of concept that you're just kind of biting and kind of like digging into it as you bite it.
I love it. So, do I still get 2 attacks per?
Yes,
action?
but obviously not claws, so you'll get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
For this roll, or
Right.
for this action point. So you get to roll 2 dice.
I just want to state how I like how Ludolf acted first to just leap up into the air and dig its teeth in, and then figured out what would my attacks look like in the next round. I appreciate that. Like, no, just all instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Nice. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. That does that's 3 that does 7 points of damage.
Nice.
And for
Second
my
attack?
second AP, I will attack with disadvantage.
Well, did you take both attacks?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, gotcha.
That is a 8 and a 7.
Both of those will miss. So we got 2 AP left.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anything to do, so
Yeah, just keep biting
all
with
he
this.
does is attack.
Yeah, just keep biting with disadvantage. You never know.
Yeah,
You might get a
keep
crit.
biting. Nom, nom, nom. Okay, that is a 16.
16 will hit because armor class 15. Roll for damage.
On the rolls. Okay, that's 7 points of damage.
Nice.
And for the last attack, yes. Oh no, this is the second. Okay, that's natural. Doesn't matter. That's the second attack of my
Third
third
AP.
action. Yeah.
Yep.
So for my fourth action, I will do 14. Does it hit?
14 will just barely miss.
And another 14. Cool. All right.
Both
Just,
will miss. So it's like it's still very bloodied, and you guys could see Ludolf like hanging from its thorax, still kind of like shaking it back and forth, and like spider guts and spider goo are starting to drip down onto Ludolf's fur as more of the thorax is getting ripped open.
He's just in his happy place there. No way.
All right, Gartham is up. He is going to. I've already pre-rolled for him, so that's going to be 28 points of damage to the small spider and 15 points of damage to the second spider.
Damn.
Small spider is now bloodied. I'll finish Gartham's turn. Lucian, you are up with the top of the 5th round with the spiders on deck.
Zoof is up.
Oh, sorry, Zoof. Yeah, Zoof, you are up with Lucian
I may.
on deck.
That's all I may say.
But you're so eager to get back to your gnome voice. I love it.
That's right. It's been a while. I miss you, Rupert. So yeah, I'll take 2 AP to pump advantage into these strikes here.
Absolutely.
So let's see here. Come on. That's going to be a 16 on this first attack.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll be 5 plus. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't even roll the 5 yet. But it turned out to be a 5. That's 8.
8 points of damage.
Bludgeoning. We do the second one. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That'll hit as well.
That's going to be a 6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning. I think is now very bloodied.
Let me.
Has 8 hit points left.
And then I will use another 2 AP just to do 2 regular attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
2 regular attacks coming up. The second one, I think, just misses. Yeah, so those both miss because I needed a 13, right?
Yep, 13 or higher.
Yeah, those 2.
All right, that'll be Zoof's turn. Lucian, you are up with the spiders on deck.
All right. He's still pissed at the big spider, so he's going to try to cook it again. Plus 8.
I like that you announced that he's still pissed at the big spider. Like, his motivations have not changed, sir.
26.
26 will definitely go ahead and roll for damage.
17 damage on the big.
Damn.
Ooh, the big spider has 12 hit points left.
Lucian takes his crossbow and shoots.
Go for it.
Yes.
Plus
Yes. Oh, that was almost a crit.
14 to hit.
14 is just barely going to miss.
All right. Can I take multiple shots?
Well, yeah. So your first one was a spell, correct, or a cantrip?
Now cantrip, so that's one.
Okay. So you've got 2 AP left. So
And
if you take another shot at it, it's going to be at disadvantage.
All right, let's take a disadvantage shot.
Yep, go for it.
Well, that's bad. 7.
7's going to miss. Got 1 AP left.
That's not a 7. That's a critical fail, dude. You rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah, that's different. Your crossbow will jam. You watch as the bolt snaps, jams into the trigger assembly, and your crossbow is now no longer functional.
We are in a nightmare. This isn't happening.
I hate to be that guy, but I was like, no, dude, you don't get to roll a 1 on an attack. This time would be a 7.
Natural 20s, they have their own symbiotic effect with each other, brah.
If I may say, sir, 1 is always a critical fail.
See, that's the beauty of our glasses.
We had a
sir.
pop quiz
That's
today.
right.
Oh, every time you use that voice, it reminds me when Charles did the law gnome.
Oh, God, that was
illusion.
great.
Remember that? And he questioned the orc merchant as a law gnome. That was just
Yes.
so good. That was so good.
Classic.
And we were just wondering, sir, do you have any Skittles, which are like some Skittles? Do you have any underwear, perhaps? Because, you can turn underwear into profit. Collect underwear? Profit. But it means
Mysterious
to be
second
a
step.
corporation. Does that finish, Lucian, or do you have one more AP?
I rolled a 1. Does that negate
Oh,
it?
that's right. Well, it jams your crossbow, but you still have 1 AP left to use. And technically, because that's because your crossbow jammed, you can now take a regular cantrip shot up at the spider if you'd like.
Yeah, I can redo that same one, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, firebolt +8. Here we go. 14 again, miss.
Ooh, just barely misses by 1. It's crazy. Top of the 5th round. This spider is going to spend 2 AP and try to stinger on you with advantage. 17 plus 5 is 22. Go ahead and give me a con save. You'll take 3 points
Con
of
save?
piercing damage, but I do need a con save.
Con save?
Yep.
That's 21.
You are not poisoned, and you will take 5 points of poison damage.
Got it.
It's then going to mandible attack you with 2 AP. That'll be a regular attack.
Okay.
That is going to miss. The big guy is going to attempt to sting Ludolf again. That is going to be a 17 plus 7 is a 24. Ludolf, give me a con save if you would, please.
That's 14.
14 will fail. You are poisoned, and you will take 9 points of poison damage. It's now going to try to crush you with its mandibles. That is a natural 14 plus 5 is 19.
19, yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage. That will finish the spider's turn. Ludolf, you are up with Gartham on deck.
Okay. Wolf is bloodied, so I am going to use a bonus action. Or actually, going to change back into my third form.
Okay. Now, is that going to break the grapple automatically?
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
he
no,
does-
because in your third form, you still... No, I'll say that you're still grappling the thorax of the creature.
Nice. All right,
This
and I'm going
form-
to attack with my claws.
Yeah, go for it.
Just so we're clear, I couldn't find a consensus on this, but the hit points of the creature that I was in do not affect my hit points, right? Or
Yeah, it would, because it's similar to not shapeshift, but the druid ability wild shape. It's very similar to wild shape, so it carries over.
It is wild shape, but so the damage that I took as that creature will go on to me now.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So let me figure out how much that was. That was 20 points of damage. Okay.
And you are still considered poisoned.
Right. Yeah, I get that. Okay. All right. Let's fuck this thing up, man. All right. So we're going to recklessly attack. This is my first action, which will be 3 attacks. That is a 23. Does 7 points of damage. Second attack is a 19, which does 6 points of damage. Third attack is a 24, which does 9 points of damage.
So as you're holding on with your mouth into the thorax, your claws are like ripping the thorax open. As you feel its life form spasm, you and the spider come tumbling out of the web and crashing onto the ground. Give me a dex save, if you would, please, Ludolf.
Will do. I get advantage on my dex saves because I'm in my rage. That is a 12.
12? Because you're raging, I'll lower the DC because you're raging, so you'll take half damage from the fall. So you'll take half of 8 points of damage from the fall as you and the spider come tumbling down onto the ground.
Nice. Is the spider still alive?
Oh, no, it's dead.
Oh, okay. And there's still another spider left over.
Yeah, there's another one over by the group, about 65 feet away.
All right, I have 40 feet of movement, so I will use 2 action points.
Be it in the base?
Yeah.
There we go.
I actually still have the jump effect on me.
Oh, that's true. Is jump concentration, though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's duration up to a minute, right?
Yeah, 1 minute. And I can use 10 of my movement feet to jump for 30 feet.
Yeah, so we'll say it takes you 1 AP to get into base, so you have 2 AP left.
Yeah, I just fucking leap on that last creature and
covered in poison and spider guts. I want more.
All right, let's recklessly attack again.
Go for it.
That is a 16.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
It does 9 points of damage. Then I have a 24 that does 4 points of damage.
Nice.
And for my last attack, I will just attack normally.
Go for it.
Wow, I got a 18 and a natural 20. So
it literally has 2 hit points left.
Oh, okay. I guess it's dead then.
I love it.
I just fucking go to town on this motherfucker.
And it's like a blender. They're just watching you kind of just destroy this thing into pieces.
I rip its legs off and start beating it with.
We watched him destroy everything at like high speed.
And like Ludolf's just covered in bug guts, and he's just got done beating the last spider to death with one of its arachnid legs. It's like it's just a big puddle all over the place.
I just want to comment that with somebody with a 32-inch screen here, with the curve, that was the drippiest fight I think I've experienced using your program. Yeah, now that they have like bloodied and all that other stuff, like poison, bloodied, everything's.
I know. I even got to use the.
It looks cool, man. You put it like full screen here, and it's crazy.
That's awesome.
The stuff, yeah, that was neat.
The bigger monitor. I'm playing on
it was cool, man. That was really cool.
With that, the carnage of the battle, the fighters all kind of like broken into sludgy puddles everywhere. Lucian, give me an investigation check as you check the rafters for more spiders and possibly more webbed bodies.
16.
16. You do not see any more spiders up in the rafters, but this feels like there could be other creatures that have moved into the estate, so definitely heightening your concern and your senses. Gartham goes running over to the door to keep an eye on things. But Lucian, you notice Lucian, you do notice 5 other web-wrapped bodies up in the rafters.
Oh.
Can I jump up there?
Let's go up.
Yeah, you watch as Ludolf, sensing you pointing up into the rafters, Lucian. You watch as Ludolf goes bounding up onto the ruined areas to get up there. Ludolf, as you bound up into the rafters, these bodies have been here for a while, but as you kind of like poke at them, you can feel metal, you can see they all look to be the remains of elves.
None of them are moving or anything? Or
None of them are definitely not alive. They all look desiccated, like they've been drained of their life force and their liquidy substances.
I will cut their bindings, or I'll cut them down basically.
Down below, Brother Zoof, Gartham, and Lucian, you watch as Ludolf quickly slices through the tendrils of webs, and then one by one, all the bodies fall to the ground and land with a thud, a light kind of feathery light thud. You can hear like desiccated bones kind of crinkle and crackle. The sacked webbing is essentially there. You know, you get the feeling they've been in there for a while.
Let's rifle through, take a dagger, cut it open, see what's in there.
Yeah.
Cut
open the first one and then the others. You notice that they are the grisly remains of the dusk elves and wood elves that live within the confines of the forest. These, though, however, feel like they've been here longer than the footprints that you trailed into the other door that leads into the interior of the estate. You get the feeling that the maybe that elf came looking for these elves, possibly, since they have been up here for quite a while. Most of their adornments are leather, except for one thing that you pick up on, since they are dusk elves. They are all wearing elven chainmail as their main armor. While their weapons and other gear that they have are quite nice and well taken care of, the main thing that catches your eye is that they're all wearing elven chain.
Can a wizard wear the elven chain?
No, unfortunately, wizards cannot wear armor. Well, at least not your build. I think there's a subclass that can, but your current build cannot.
You can take a feat, that'll give it to you. But
yeah, you have to take, I think, one of the martial feats to be able to do it.
Let's be honest. I don't think the armors that the elven chainmail is going to beat out my plate. That's the problem.
Probably not, let alone it's not going to fit. It might. I mean, you could probably wear one of the armor as like a bracer on your right arm.
There is that true, yeah, unless it's like magic where it has that effect of...
I mean, Gartham's going to strip off one of them and bundle it up and put it in his backpack to try it on for later. Ludolf, do you want to take a set as well?
Sure.
Because I think it improves your armor class when you're in your first and second forms.
Well, I think it'll be about the same armor class because I get my barbarian gets unarmored.
Oh, that's true. You are barbarian unarmored, so yeah, it wouldn't do you much good.
That would mess with your bonus. Yeah. Your armor bonus.
You guys hear the creaking of a door as Gartham slowly opens the door into the next room. Well, I guess we better go inside. And very silently, he steps into the interior of the foyer room. You guys notice that the interior of this space is old. It's covered in the battled remains of an abandoned feeling as if it's been here for a very long time, which kind of proves to Davion's point about how old this place really is. However, lightly stepping through the unsettled dust of the entryway that you're in, you can see that those footprints continue on into the left wing of the estate. Well, it looks like maybe entering towards the door of what might be the storage room right across the way from the stairs that you currently are in, like the central kind of long foyer entrance before the stairs. You can see where...
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's kind of marked off almost like a storeroom for you.
With like a bunch of boxes, like
yeah,
2 against the left wall,
you
3
can
against
see
the
that
right.
the door is actually slightly ajar and that the footprints disappear into that room. However, you notice that Ludolf, give me a survival check, if you would, please. And Lucian, give me a medicine check.
That is a 10.
Nice.
Medicine check of 6.
6. The 10 would be just high enough for you to notice, Ludolf, that the soft steps in this room are staggered a bit, almost like they're having a hard time walking. You can also see little bits of droplets of blood on the ground. You get the feeling that maybe this elf that has snuck off is wounded.
Our prey is injured.
Zoof's like, well, good, Ludolf. We don't know if they're prey yet, unless you mean to make a prayer.
Then do we not?
Yes.
So time for the beast, and there's time for the reasonable man. This would be the reasonable man I'm asking to help us find the elf.
Do what
There
now?
we go. There we are. There we are. There we are. Thank you.
Oh.
So are we crossing the large entryway to the storage room?
Are you guys being stealthy about it, or
It's still alive. Send Nocturne and peek in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like your fake cat?
Yeah.
yeah? You guys watch as you guys hold up. You watch as Lucian commands Nocturne to kind of, move towards the ajar door. As you warg into your familiar's eyes, you are now at the eye level, the small cat level, as it moves through the open door. And it moves in, begins to make its way into the storeroom, in between boxes and barrels. And there you can see a barely conscious dusk elf who is leaning up against a crate. Their body is swollen with poison. You can see a rather large stinger wound in its chest. As it's having a hard time breathing, the elf seems very disorientated and struggling to catch its breath.
Well, I beam that information to everybody what the cat sees and head over to the door.
As you head over to the door, you hear the rattle of a blade hitting the ground. You look into the interior and you can see the elf leaning and at the last minute kind of sliding sideways and collapsing onto the ground.
Son of a bitch.
Do you have any gentle repose?
I do. I believe that's the one I took. Right?
I do too.
Well,
as a ritual.
I have Spare the Dying. I don't know if that'll do.
oh yeah, spare the dying. He's technically
Okay.
still unconscious, not dead yet. So that'll
Okay.
definitely that'll stabilize him if you cast that.
Foolish elf. Your time is not done yet.
You watch as Ludolf quickly cast the effect. You watch as the pain look kind of dissipates. Instead of the erratic breathing, it's kind of like the gentle breathing of someone who's unconscious but no longer dying. Well,
I
what do we
guess.
have here? What are we gonna do with a fucking elf? I suppose we could eat him.
Would you please, Brother Gotham, step back? We shan't be eating anyone.
Well, it's an elf. It's not a person.
Allow me to address his wounds.
I cast
wounds.
I cast cure wounds on him.
Nice. How many hit points are you giving him?
2d8 plus 2 apparently with this casting.
Nice.
So 4 plus, so that's 9, 11 total.
Nice.
Lucian speaks Elvish.
Yes, you do. As his eyes flutter open and he stares at the four of you, he's confused but relieved at the same time.
Brother, what are you looking for? How did you get injured?
I came looking for my companions. They had set off some weeks ago to investigate these ruins. They were looking for something. I know not what Malik was looking for. Sorry, my name is Savid. Thank you for helping me and rescuing me. A rather large spider took a rather significant chunk out of my chest. I was able to run away from it and get into the interior of the building. I had hoped to catch my breath and recover, but the poison creeped into my veins. I apologize. He kind of staggers kind of woozily to his feet, picks up his weapon, sheathes it into its scabbard, and stares a little strangely at Ludolf, but having a hallucinogenic dream. He thought he heard someone was going to eat him, but he wasn't really sure. And then staring at the big form of the Luxodon. I dare say, what brings the likeness of the four of you to such a place? I was not expecting to come across some of their travelers.
We are looking to help.
I'm sorry, please go ahead, Lucian.
Sorry. We are looking for something that will help the valley to get it out of the nightmare that it's in.
You seek the myth of the Argynvostholt estate. Its ability still connects itself to its old paladin and the old order that once relied on this place. There are two pieces of information I can share with you. Over there, in the prayer room just beyond the stairs, there are some remnant paladins whose ghostly visage wanders that place. I noticed them when I was originally looking for the group that had gone missing. Also, I found a piece of information that one of the other elves have dropped. They were searching the main estate. They had made it up to the third floor, up at the very top before reaching the roof. Evidently, in the very tallest of the main room towers above the great chapel, there is a remnant, a paladin remnant up there. He sits in a gilded throne of silver. He calls himself Vladimir Horngaard. Evidently, the elves challenged him, and, well, they fled in fear for their lives. And I think that's when they stumbled upon the spiders in the ruined ballroom next door. I'm not sure if I can offer much help, but I would certainly love to try to help.
We show them the bodies, the remains of the elves and the cocoons.
Oh my. Well, if you don't mind, I know they carry signets of charms in their pockets. I would like to take those back to our people to signify that they have passed. Perhaps the Rubicon gem will accept their souls. I do not know, but the least I could do is inform my people that they have passed. Thank you for finding them. You watch as he very silently moves over to the corpses. He reaches into an interior pocket where he rips open some fabric, and sewn into the fabric, he begins to withdraw these brass tokens, taking all 6 of the tokens and putting them into one of the small pouches on his belt. So, is there something specific other than the curse and hauntings of this place? Is there something that you're looking for?
It could be that the undead paladin that once ruled this estate could be our ally in the fight against the bear.
You seek the... Yes, I wonder. I've always wondered about this place. If these revenants are ghostly vestiges of what they once were, or are they something? I know that there is a place that might harbor the ghostly visage. It's called the Dragon's Den. It's behind the stairs there. I know that my companions sought it for a purpose that I'm not entirely certain, but I would imagine if there's an opportunity to learn more about this Duke, this person that once used to live here, this... I think he is referred to as the Silver Dragon himself. I believe Lord Argynvostholt, the very name of this estate. I will not go into that room. I am a dusk elf. I feel that might be seen as potential blasphemy. I do not want to disrupt your attempt to find this person, but I believe that room beyond the stairs is what you're looking for. If you don't mind, I'm going to gather the bodies of my fallen companions, take them outside, and set alight. I also intend to set alight these webs, making sure that it attracts no more spiders to this den.
You don't wish to find the power, the master behind this place?
I wish for those that are seeking it to find it. I do not wish my heritage to possibly disrupt your opportunity. While the Silver Dragon Order once existed with the idea of keeping everyone in mind, I fear in their remnant state, I may be more of a disruption than a help.
May the gods speed you back to your people, and you may tell the courage of these that fell.
Me and mine keep a temporary encampment a half a day north of the Veliki village. We keep an eye on that place just in case. If you are in need of aid, if you are ever in need of anything, come find us. We will be of assistance. He bows and then begins the difficult task of dragging the bodies outside and dealing with their subsequent burial.
Okay. Okay, then.
With that, as you guys approach the stairs, you notice that it leads up to a door that sits open. And in that door, you could see an old, abandoned dining hall. To the left of that dining hall, you can see that it leads down into another ruined chamber. And then there's a set of doors that lead beyond. The doors that lead beyond is the place that Savid described, where he had heard the remnant creatures, the remnant paladins, hovering in a kind of constant anger and malaise of their condition. But here in this room, as you stare inside, there's a great fireplace in the right-hand corner of the room. You could also see that this once was a place where people would probably meet and discuss terms of activities. While the wood paneling of the room harbors a room that was once quite spacious, there is a sense that something lingers in here. There's a feeling, there's power to this room, but it's unresolved. Other than that, the room looks plundered, turned over, tables and chairs strewn about. This place has been visited before, but for whatever reason, the four of you get this feeling that you're not quite alone in here. Everybody roll a d20, if you would, please. No modifiers, just roll a d20. Tell me what you get.
Oh, dear.
I got a 14.
14?
10.
10?
18.
18. As Ludolf and Lucian are examining other parts of the room, Brother Zoof, you take a half step towards the hearth of the fireplace. You then watch as a silver flame erupts in the fireplace. You then watch as a kind of ghostly miasma of smoke and silver begin to coil out of the interior of the fireplace. And then a great silver dragon illusion fills up the corner, its wings furled behind it, its neck arced up, its great noble face and visage kind of arcing down towards you. And as it does, its great voice billows out. The cold ash in the hearth crackles with my soul. My nights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost. Seek the great beacon on the roof. Light the beacon. Bring back my nights. Bring back hope to the valley. The final warning, lingering up above, is one of my greatest knights of all. He goes by the name of the Horngaard. His soul is tainted, corrupted. He is bitter with defeat, but you must challenge him. You must seek access, and you must find a way into my vault and retrieve the great treasure there. More importantly, the sword of sunlight that I once carried at my waist in human form. Only access to the vault can be triggered through Horngaard's chamber. Please, save my nights. Save my memory. Bring us all back. Let us help if we can. The silver dragon illusion then fades, sparkles away into the remnants of the hearth. A cold energy, a cold wind percolates through the room. Distant, drifting ozone-like smells of magic begin to percolate out into the other aspects of the estate. And that's where we're going to finish tonight, as that's a good spot. As you now know that the sword is here somewhere, the vault is here somewhere, and all you have to do is deal with one angry, petulant knight who's mostly pissed off because he lost. So you guys go ahead and linger. We'll talk about the schedule. Everyone else, thank you for coming out and watching. Be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play a game. I assure you, it's lots of fun. Good night, everybody.